And then I'm gonna start the April 6, 2022, Wednesday weekly Zoom meeting. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good to hear that. Okay, everybody sit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Campanimaro, ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Go. Cherish the spirit,
Cherish the spirit.
create the vision,
Create the vision.
follow the faith,
Follow the faith.
serve in humility.
Serve in humility.
Aja.
Aja.
Great. Okay, so my name is Christine Kim, and then we're gonna go over the last time. It wasn't last week. We had a one-day seminar, so we didn't do the weekly meeting. But then last time we did the 8 steps of success. So I'm gonna quick go over, and then also I'm gonna show you the video of 8 core checklist. Those two are main thing. If you really want to do enemy business, you must watch those videos, and then you must follow those 2 systems, which is 8 steps of success, and then one is 8 core list. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen again. Can you guys see this one?
Yes.
Okay, so last time we did the 8 steps to success, which is set a goal, which is your life scenario. That's gonna be your dream and goal. So we have like a very nice notebook like this, life scenario book. I have a whole bunch of it here because I purchased like a booklet of 10 of them. So if you guys want, I could give you guys one, and or if you go to Academy website, there is a website, the life scenario of part. Okay, so that also I will cover that. Okay, so set a goal and a commitment, which is I want to do Academy business. I want to be successful. Then there's a lot of distraction around you. You have to cut that off, which is for a lot of Korean people, especially my age, they love to watch Korean drama. Okay, so they cut down because once you fall into the Korean drama, just one episode takes about 1 hour, and you're curious about the next episode. Oh, what's gonna happen? Are they breaking up? Or what happened? Okay, so they keep going and on, and they just kind of stay overnight and then finish a whole series of 9 or 10 episodes of Korean drama. Okay, that's not good. Instead of spending all those time, we could do a lot of things for the Academy business, like something you could plan it, okay, or you could plan what's gonna do, or something marketing plan, or you make a the third one, like a list of, you could make a contact list. A lot of things you could do besides all those extra time, right? Something unnecessary stuff, you think that's kind of oh, I could do it later on. Okay, when I get when I'm successful, I could do plenty of those, and plenty of time I could do those. Then you could kind of stop right now and then just focus on 100%. You have to devote your time for doing Academy. Okay, so third one, list up. Basically, you make a list. Those people you just underestimate or prejudge. No, don't prejudge that. Like sometimes, like when you make a list, you feel like, oh, I don't think this person's gonna do anything, or this person will hate Academy. Okay, no, don't prejudge. You have to list up all the people. Maybe you could make a kind of different group, which is like a first group, like a willing to sign up or willing to listen to me, about what is about Academy, right? That's the first group. Okay, but second group, maybe not sure. Okay, but the third one, maybe not. Don't even. Maybe people would say, don't even talk to me about that, okay? But anyway, you just put all the names on the list, okay? And invitation, basically you could tell them, hey, there's a Zoom meeting, weekly meeting. So just come and check it out, you know, nothing harm and nothing to lose. Okay, that's an invitation. Invite invite your friends and family to like Zoom meeting like this or seminar. You could just send the YouTube channel to them and then let them just watch YouTube seminar, Success Academy and stuff like that, okay? And explain the business. Basically, at this moment, from now on, I want you to guys kind of slowly know about how to become how to achieve the masterships, okay? So that way you explain and then you also give the vision to somebody, okay, how much we will make when we become an imperial master, right? But if you don't know anything about it, then you just cannot say, oh, you're gonna make a lot of money. No, that's not enough, okay? You have to give them proper information about mastership and how much we're gonna make, you know, each mastership, okay? Stuff like that. So I want you to kind of you know, try to be focused on how to explain about the compensation plan, about the company, about the product. That's all about explain the businesses, okay? And then follow up. Once you contact them and then you invite them or you sell the product to someone, then you need to follow up. Is the product okay with you? I mean, is the product didn't give you like any problem? How was it? And also about the seminar, if you invite someone and then they came to seminar, join the seminar or meeting, how was the meeting? You know, and you could ask. Those are the follow up. But then the company, a lot of successful people said, don't, you know, drag it to like more than, you know, 2 days, you know, so you have to do follow up in 48 hours, which is 2 days, okay? So sometimes like we don't want them like you know, get pressured. That's why we kind of wait and wait. But then you know what? The enemy is slowly getting popular and then getting people know about. So if you don't, if you wait, someone probably snatch your customers. You know, that actually happened. I was kind of waiting, and then the person later on, about a week later, hey, how was the, you know, product? And then are you interested in signing up? And you know, and then they were like, oh, you know what? I found out my you know, sister-in-law doing enemy, so I signed up under her, you know, boom, like that. Okay, so you know, you have to kind of, you know, give them time, but not too much. Okay, that's for like 2 days, about 2 days. And consultation, basically, if you have any question, anything, you know, you want to kind of, you know, discuss about anything about the enemy, okay, just come to me, ask me. And then also if you need some help, then, you know, come and, you know, ask me, and I will find out a way to help you. Okay, duplication, basically we have to do it right way. We have to follow the company are asking. Okay, when the company doing this way and we go this way, we cannot do just go that way. Okay, different way. Okay, so that's a duplicate. So let's say if you're doing right way, so the tree grows. And then if you're doing the right way to, you know, raise a tree, then the tree will, you know, fruitful, that like a right fruit. Okay, it's gonna make a right fruit. But then if you don't do it right way, then it's gonna like all the not the, you know, good fruit gonna make the tree. Okay, so and when you do it right way, later on when you have a partner, when they see you, they do the same way. Okay, but if you're doing wrong way, then they follow you to the wrong way. Okay, so this is the 8 steps to success, and then you have to keep in mind. And then what you have to do, this is like a really beginner to start with this. Okay, so that really helped me a lot. I'm still working on something, but This is all the successful people in Atomy. They'll keep saying that you need to follow the 8 steps of success. That's the only key to success. Okay. So and next one. This is 8 core checklist. Okay. I do have a video. Let's watch that video.
In today's lecture, I will talk about why it is that you need to start Atomy business. I will also clarify how it is you should carry out this business. Also, when your partners ask you how they should do this business, all of you should present to them the right advice and explain to them in detail, right? Really? Wow, I don't think I'm needed here today. I'm surprised all of you know this already. I have actually done Atomy for about 9 years now. I'm going into my 10th year doing this business. If you just know 3 simple things in Atomy, this will be a very easy business for you. I'm sure all of you know about these 3 things. I hope that we can reiterate these 3 things, both to refresh your and my memory, so that you can explain it well to your partners. What is the first point then? It is the why. Second, it is the what. Third is the how. If you know these 3 things, it is very easy. Why are you doing Atomy business? What is pushing you? You need to have a clear dream and goal of why you are doing Atomy. And you refine your dream and goals every month. At the Success Academy, when you write your life scenario, that is why you must be very clear of why you want to do Atomy business. This must be clear if you don't want to give up. If this is clear, then you will not be persuaded by other distractions. You will be able to persevere until the end. That is why the why is very important. The second point, what? In this point, you need to know about what Atomy is about. What kind of company is Atomy? What kind of products are sold here? What does Atomy's marketing plan look like? You must know these things about the company very clearly. I'm sure all of you here today already know about this. Next, if you have a clear goal and a clear dream, and if you already know much about this company, what is the third thing that you must know? It is the how. This deals with how then will you do the business. It is know about the ins and outs of the business. Today I'm going to talk about the why and how of Atomy business. Before I joined Atomy, I was in sales and I was also self-employed. I worked for about 15 years. Do all of you live your lives diligently? Or are you nonchalant about your life? Do you do Atomy with great passion, or do you do it complacently? All of you work hard, right? I also worked hard before. For 15 years, I sold clothes, ran a porridge shop, I sold books, and even insurance. I worked and lived with great diligence. There was something that was very easy for me in Atomy. One day, someone who was successful in Atomy told me, "Don't do Atomy too diligently." I responded, "What?" Don't do it diligently, do it wisely. When he said this, I couldn't agree more. You've probably heard this too, right? The direction is more important than the speed. You've heard this saying, right? This does not mean that you shouldn't pick up the speed. There is a direction that you must take. There is a point and goal where you must achieve. If you do not pick the right direction, then the harder you work, the further you will go from your goal. You will end up in a totally different direction. So don't try to only be fast and don't try to be only diligent. You must pick the right direction. On top of that, you must also have speed. That is why the why and the how are very important points. I think it was about a year or 2 years ago. When you're doing Atomy, time just flies by, right? 1 year is like only yesterday. I have lost a lot of time by now. One day, an Imperial Master asked, "Why is it that so many people fail in Atomy? When it is a tool that has been so easily laid out for people to succeed. What is the reason? What do you think people who have done this business for 3 or 4 years suddenly give up in the middle? This is very sad. What do you think is the reason?" So I responded, maybe they don't know the business well enough. Maybe they have no vision. Maybe they are not applying the 8 steps to success. I remember telling this to the Imperial Master before. At the time, the Imperial Master told me, we also need the 8 core in Atomy. We should have implemented the 8 core way before. Why? That is because many people think they are working hard and they think they are doing it the right way. But there is no way to evaluate of how they are doing it right. There was no way to measure whether people were doing it right. You cannot improve something which you cannot measure. Many people actually did not know that they were doing wrong or what they were doing right. People should know which area they should improve on. But the leaders cannot follow each of the contractors. The Imperial Master could not find the reason why people failed. But if this 8 core system is implemented, first, they would be able to check themselves. When the sponsor consults their partners, they will know where they went wrong. The Imperial Master said that Atomy should implement the 8 core system. I am actually very quick on my feet. When I heard this, I started talking about the 8 core. And I told my partners that we should start practicing it. I think this was over a year ago. I have seen many people who have practiced this 8 core system and have showed improvements. So I thought the 8 core system is truly important for a contractor. When I consult many of my partners, most of the time they say, I work from dawn till dusk with everything I have for Atomy business. My sponsor does not help me out. In fact, I hope they wouldn't disrupt my business. You have no idea how hard I work. Many of them complain during our counseling session. I have sacrificed so much, I don't even see my kids. I can't even take care of my children and my family. This is how hard I work. Why is it that my sponsor doesn't help me? After talking to my partner for some time, I told him, don't work too hard. Do you know what he said? He looked at me with a blank face. The harder you work, the emptier your heart will feel. Don't work hard, but work right. And I remember teaching him how to do it the right way. But ultimately, he would always work hard instead of right. He just worked hard and ultimately quit. That is why it is very important how you do this business. When I talked about the 8 core system, there were 2 responses. The first was, yeah, let's try out the 8 core. The second response was, what? Something new again? It's hard enough to practice the 8 steps to success. It's hard enough for 3 months. You want me to do the 8 core? What do you want me to do? There are people who respond like this too. You must know why you need to do the 8 core system. If you observe successful people, they say that they have a particular habit. In Dale Carnegie's book, He mentions that after observing a lot of successful people, neither of them possessed any special talent, but rather they all shared a common habit. This 8-core system is a system of habits for success. If you can make it a habit, success will be easy. You have to walk through the whole process. That doesn't mean you just do the 8-core the whole day. You can finish it in a short time. But it must become a habit for you. It must become second nature. I am not a brain scientist, but I've read a book once. There is something called a synapse inside our brain. If you repeat an action, then a new pattern will form inside your brain. That is why even if you don't try, certain things are done automatically. For example, when you drive on a familiar road, when you drive to work, you don't think much about driving, right? But let's say one day you're not going to work. Rather, you are going somewhere to a personal appointment. While you zone out, naturally, you will drive to where? You will be driving to your work. This is the power of a habit created by your brain. This is because of the pattern drawn inside the brain. That is why habits don't change overnight. Just because you've heard the 8-core today, that doesn't make it easy. It's not easy at all. Why? Because it hasn't become a habit for you yet. That is why in the beginning you need to be deliberate in repeating the desired action. It is important to do it every day. Today's lecture is entitled Everyday 8-core. It is practicing the 8-core actions every day. You must apply it every day. If this habit becomes complete, then you won't have to deliberately think of doing it. Your body will naturally remember what to do. Then you will see that you will be a step closer to your life of success. There are 8 things in the 8-core. It must be well balanced. 8 action items. What kind of picture is this? It's the same picture as the life scenario, right? I created this myself. You must check 8 different tasks. The first is reading. You must read books. Once after hearing this, a person said, I have no time to read. I am too busy working. I'm too busy meeting the consumers. I have no time to read books. Have you tried it? Yes, I have. I have done it since I was a beginner. When I was a beginner, I was the only was applied, and I've experienced it from the beginning. Why do you need to read? Why should you read? To get smart? I believe that reading books causes total change. Also, it is growth. Not just your thoughts, but in order for your action to change. You need to read in order for you to change and grow. There's a lot of information in your smartphone, right? All of that is just information. That just gives you knowledge. But books have the power to change your heart, your thought, and even your actions. That is why you must read every day so that you can change. I'm not saying you should just read all day. It is important to read every day for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or 15 minutes, and then increase that time every day. As you meet people, you must persuade them to join this business, right? You must persuade them to use Atomi's products and join this business. However, the best way to persuade others is your own change. People will see the change inside of you, and they will say, what is Atomy? How is he changed like that? Wow, his language has changed. His actions have changed. His habits have changed. The biggest weapon to persuade others is your own change and growth. You must read every day. Let me introduce you to a book. Please read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. You should read this book at least 5 times. I told you in the beginning that those who are successful all shared a common trait, right? This book states that good relationship with people brought success. This is a book that will show you how to make good relationships with other people. I recommend you also read books about the 4th Industrial Revolution. I recommend you read self-help books. If you read such books, your language will change. And people around you will be surprised. How do you talk like that? You must read every day for your own growth and change. You should check whether you are doing this every day. Second is to watch Atomy videos. By watching Atomy videos, you will get courage and assurance of how to succeed. You will be able to indirectly experience the business. Do you think it's necessary to go through trial and error? You don't if it's already been experienced by your sponsors. That's why you must listen to the lectures of those who had succeeded. Then you can decrease your trial and error. In order to accelerate your rate of success, you should watch Atomy videos every day. You don't have to watch an hour-long video. It can be 20 minutes or 15 minutes. It is important to watch such a video every day. Third is to attend meetings. I want to emphasize 100% participation. 100% meeting participation. Why must you participate in the meetings? This place right here is also a meeting. Participating in meetings means to come out and listen to all the lectures and seminars, Success Academy, one-day seminars, and workshops held your center leaders in centers. You should also participate in meetings and seminars held in centers. Why must you participate in such meetings? It is so that you can recharge your passion. It is to strengthen your faith. It will reinforce your why of doing Atomy. It is to strengthen your determination. Humans are actually very weak beings. If you don't participate in such meetings, just because you have already succeeded, your passion will start to go down. Of course, you won't hesitate anymore whether to do Atomy, but your passion of what you must do on a daily basis will slowly decrease. That's how weak humans are. That is why you must come out and recharge your energy. You must receive the energy from other people. Actually, network marketing has a negative image for the public. There is a bias. People outside will continue to say bad things about network marketing. You will experience a lot of rejection and negative comments. But if you come out to these seminars, you will be recharged. Yes, I can do it too. The passion that you will one day succeed. That is why you must participate 100% in the meetings, so that you can receive energy from others. This is like your passion station where you can recharge. It is a place to receive energy. What do you think is the 4th point? It is to use the products more than just selling the products. I always emphasize to do this 100%. In Atomy business, consumption is not expenses. Consumption equates to your income. When the consumer lets the other people know about the products, your expenses will return as income. Thus, the consumer can be transformed into a contractor. But if you don't use the product yourself, it is very difficult for your consumption to become income. It can't change into your business. You must use the products yourself first. In Atomy, the consumer uses the products first themselves. Then they are able to let others know about that product. Whether it is cheap or good quality, there is the structure of how to expand the business. But if you haven't used the products yourself, how will you boast about the products to other people? What if you boast about the toothbrush, but your friend talks to you about makeup? If you haven't used the makeup product, you won't have much to say, nor can you persuade others. If you're trying to buy a Hyundai car, but the salesman came in his Mercedes, would you be able to trust that person? You will question that person's credibility, right? That is why you must change your household necessities from other stores and brands to Atomi's products. Change your shopping to Atomy. You must love the products and use them. You must also check this whether you are using them every day. Fifth, what do you think it is? It is the company introduction. You must introduce the company to other people. You must introduce about the company at least 3 times to other people. The reason why you have no contractors to work with is because you do not talk about Atomy's vision. You must tell others to join Atomy business. You don't have to talk big about Atomy and its products and marketing plan. You could talk fancy about these things. But even if you don't talk about it yourself, you should explain why you're doing Atomy business. You should tell others about the dream you want to achieve and how you receive income after having switched to Atomy's products. You should talk about the alternative to a global business. Do you have any solution for the current situation? I have a solution here. Are you planning for your future? I have the solution. Let's do Atomy business together. Or you can say, look into this business. This is what company introduction looks like. It's nothing fancy. Presenting Atomy's vision. This is what it means to introduce about the company. Let's do this business together. It is better if you can do this about 3 times a week. You need to check whether you are meeting people and presenting Atomy's vision to those whom you meet. Are you telling people they should join you in Atomy business? Next, the 6th point is to build a consumer base. You must build a consumer base. In order to build a consumer base, you must have at least 50 consumers. These 50 people can either be members or non-members. You must continue to manage these people. And you must make them into your fixed consumers. Try building a consumer base of about 50 people. If 50 people are too difficult, try at least 30 people first. Make it your goal to build a consumer base where these people can continue to use Atomy's products. You need to build your consumer base on a daily basis. You need consumers in order for your sales to increase. You need consumers in order for your members to expand. You need consumers in order for you to make money. That is why you must manage your consumer base on a daily basis. You must meet old members and new members as well. You should write down on your notebook the list of 50 members. You should think about what kind of products these people are using and what their response is to the products. You need to build a consumer base this way and manage them. And the 7th point, consultation. Consultation is the direction that I mentioned a while ago. You must go in the right direction so that your efforts will not go in vain. And that is how you will reach the goal that you have set. You need to check and review whether you are going towards the direction that you have set. You need to take the 8 core and receive feedback of what you're doing well and what you need to improve. This will help you review your 8 core system. You should not complain during the consultations. This is not a time for complaining. My sponsor is so-and-so. My partner is so-and-so. My husband is frustrating. Don't make such complaints. Don't make negative remarks, but rather receive consultation related to the business. You need to receive consultation that is business related. That is the way to do your business in a health manner. That is why you should receive consultation consistently. Those providing consultation don't look down on your partners. Don't criticize or scold others. Imagine if you went to your sponsor for advice, and that sponsor scolds you and criticizes you. You won't go to that sponsor again the next time. That is why encouragement is necessary. The sponsor should say, "It's okay, it will take some time. Let's do this together. You can do it." And sometimes, though it is not scolding, one needs to be honest. It looks like you do not practice the 8-course system. If you do not practice the 8-course system, I won't meet you. I don't know how it is you are doing this business. I don't know which area needs improvement, so please practice the 8-core. The sponsor needs to show the will to go together by encouraging their partners to practice the 8-core system. Consultation is necessary. The last 8th point is to build trust. When I say this, one of my partners said, "I built trust today. I set aside time to drink tea with people." However, this is not what building trust looked like. To build trust means to be an example. You will need to be an example to other people so that those people will feel assured to do business with you. You need to be an example to others. You should not lie. If you've made a promise, you should try to keep that promise, even if you experience loss. This is what it means to build trust. That is why common sense is very important. Do not make any monetary transactions. Just because you are doing business with your partner does not mean you can just ask to borrow money. "I'm receiving my paycheck next week. Can I borrow money?" This will totally disrupt your trust with your partners. If the sponsor keeps asking to borrow money, the new contractors will think there is something wrong with Atomy. This will totally break the trust in the company. Never make monetary transactions or borrow money between sponsors and partners. This is what it means to build trust. Don't form illicit relationships within the business. If you have a family at home, you should not look for comfort to other people in the business, even though you spend a lot of time with them. If you're not married, then it's okay. That's a healthy relationship. But if a married man or woman shows interest in another member and constantly rides in the same car with them, that is breaking the trust within the company. Keep to sound principles, healthy business practices. To build trust is to fully trust in your partners and sponsors. To build trust is to try to deliver the products to the consumers by the promised time. This is how you build trust. You need to check whether you are practicing these 8 action items. If you make a monthly checklist and check all the boxes you have done, you will notice that there will be an imbalance. If you see the action items that are natural for you and the ones that you are not good at doing, you will be able to identify your strengths and weaknesses. This must become a healthy circle. Each area must show healthy marks so that together it can form a wheel shape. If these 8 core action items become a habit for you, then it will be very easy for you to succeed. Is there anything difficult here that you can't do? What's the most difficult? What's the hardest? Doing it every day. There is nothing difficult with the tasks in themselves, but it is difficult to keep this every day. Even if you say you can make $10,000 or $50,000 in a month, if your actions don't keep up with your words, what's the use? This is your habit checklist. This is your habit checklist that will help you see your strengths and weaknesses so that you will know what to improve on. This will eventually help you succeed in the long run. That is why it is important to make this checklist. even if you're not able to keep it 100%. It is important to do even just one thing on the list. I hope all of you will succeed by practicing these action items every day. Your current state is the result of your decision 3 years ago. 3 years will pass again. If you are able to make these 8 core action items into your habit and practice them every day, you will have become successful in 3 years. But if you've listened to today's lecture, but do not change today and keep putting it off, then your life 3 years from now will be the same. I will end my lecture with great hopes that you will succeed through this 8 core system. Thank you.
So how was it? It's good, isn't it? Well, just like she said, if you do this 8 core checklist every day, I know it's really hard, but if you do it like at least like try 1 month, and then you will see your weakness. What is your weakness? You will find out, okay? Then we could work together and then make it improve. So actually I did like an 8 core before, and then I just write it down here just like this. Actually, I have a little paper shows like you could just mark it like if you did, reading a book, then O. If you didn't, X. Very simple form. You could start with that, but then after that, you could just make one notebook, just like write everything down. Once I do this way, actually I could find out, oh, this time I actually contact this person, and also I read this, I watched the video of CEO Hungry Park's video, and I put everything, even like meetings. If you join, if you are attending a meeting, then you could write down the meeting, what we are talking about. So basically, you're in this meeting right now. So already you checked on number 3 meeting, and then VOD, because we watched the VOD together, right? So already 2 things. And then building trust. Also, we could, doing the building trust right here. And then consultation. If you guys have any question, I could answer the question. It's just, consultation, right? Already like 4 things you could check on, right? So if you think that this is so hard, I cannot do it, then it's hard, okay? But if you think that I can do it, and then I will try it, then it's easier. It's up to your mind, okay? How you take it, okay? So actually, here's another thing was I want to show you. Okay, so this is kind of, summarize that 8 core checklist. First thing, book reading. We don't ask you like, read a hour, reading, just 15 minutes. If you just think about it, if you just kind of look through the phone, like some news, 15 minutes is really short. It's just, just gone by so quick, right? So instead of just, looking at the phone, you take 15 minutes to just read a book and watch VOD. If you go on YouTube, there's a lot of, VOD right now. So many people are doing Academy. So company try to put like a English dubbed or English subtitle. So many, even Spanish too. So you could find a lot of video related to Academy, which is try to watch the successful people, what they're talking about. Okay, we are not just watching some the video that not really like a kind of unnecessary kind of video. Don't watch those things. So we have to have, for instance, like when we watch video CEO Hungry Park's video, then feels like you are like one-on-one having time with our CEO. You have to think about, you have to kind of feel that way. So who are succeed in Academy, they talking about how they became successful, that you just learn from them. Okay, you have to have successful person in next to you, right next to you. Okay, and then attend the meeting. I mean, I really appreciate that you guys come to on Wednesday meeting diligently like this. So attend the meeting, and then when I send you guys seminar information, and then you guys just join the seminar. Those are very important. That's a plug into system. Okay, and then use products. I believe like you guys are using the Atomy products, and then you guys love Atomy products. I know. But soon I'm going to throw some kind of challenge, peel off mask challenge, just 1 month. Okay, so when we do challenge, and then who do 30 days in straight, then I'll give you gift and stuff. Okay, but it's later on you will find out it's not only for the challenge. You will find out it's for yourself, because after 30 days your skin just changed like beautifully. Okay, just a gift is the price is just motivate you, but everything you have to think about everything doing for yourself. Okay, STP, show the plan. I explained earlier about the 8 steps success. So basically you need to slowly learn how to explain about the compensation plan, about the company, about the product, and all those. Okay, so that way people trust what you're talking about. But if you don't know about it, then people like is she really doing this business? She doesn't even know what she's trying to sell. So you have to kind of knowledgeable. You have to be knowledgeable about the company, product, compensation plan. Okay, and spread to consumer. So basically you just talk to customer about another thing. I'm sorry, the show the plan basically why you're doing Atomy. That's the most important thing, that you have to kind of show your vision to people, so that makes maybe people to think about their future, like this person doing Atomy and preparing the future, but what am I doing now? You have to make them kind of think. So maybe sharing your vision, that's also show the plan. It's not about only like you explain about the compensation plan or about the product. Okay, this is something you show them your vision. Okay, and spread to consumer. So about the product and everything. Even you deliver the product, that's also like a spread to consumer. Okay, and counsel with the sponsor. If you have any question, just ask me or ask Sylvia in Orlando, and also Lonnie, Diamond Master, Young Diamond Master. You could ask them. Okay, because they're all in our chatting room. Okay, and build up credibility. So this is something this is really important, because when you guys kind of going up, like achieve the next level of mastership, and you have partners, and you will often have some kind of conflict. Okay, if you guys like have a kind of how to call it, the personality was like a really straightforward, maybe you guys kind of talk, but then some people maybe just kind of hold it in, and then later it's gonna be burst, then it's gonna be a big problem. So before that, we actually practice all these thing: smile, greet, talk, and praise, like give compliment. Okay, no one like how do I say, everybody likes to kind of you get the receiving the compliment, right? So just give them compliment about, wow, today you look nice, and what a lot of things. That's also one of the good tip for approaching prospective members. Okay, if there's non-member there, you could kind of talk to them about about the appearance and stuff, and then if you know the person well, then in their daily life, you could just also kind of give them a compliment, and also stop. This is not, don't do. Okay, so this is like a stop criticizing, blaming, and complaining. Those are actually makes the group actually like tear it up, right? So we don't do criticizing, blaming, and complaining. Try not to. Okay. Of course, if you work together, you probably have some someone. I mean, not many people like satisfy you, right? And you have so many like complaining, but instead of kind of you really complaining others, but then you try to find something, something good point, good something positive thing from the others. Okay, so that's kind of really important thing. And this is the chart for 8 core checklist. I will put this on our Kakao Talk, so you could print out. So start with like a kind of check it, like if you read the book, then O. If you didn't, then X. Start with it like that, okay? But then later on, you probably do this way, my way. Actually, a lot of people doing this way because you actually write all the notes here. So it will help you. It will helpful. It will be helpful. Later on, okay? So. Okay. This is actually kind of also like things that I wanna go over tonight. What happened was the leaders had a meetings. I believe like 2 weeks ago. I forgot to put the dates here. I wasn't sure, so I think March 23rd or 28th. I'm not sure. Okay, so. You guys are really blessed because we have many leaders, and then the leaders they raise their voice for us. Okay, so they attended the leaders club with some the headquarter, some people from the committee came down, so they had a meeting. Okay, so they discussed a lot of things. Of course, we had some like a complaint about customer service and all that. So the headquarter people should know about. So that way we could improve our service, our company. So really true global, company, will be, right? So first thing, woohoo, good thing. ODS, offline seminars gonna be start maybe in June. Okay, Orlando, Jacksonville, they're gonna start with the Orlando, Jacksonville first, and then they're thinking about doing the Miami too. Okay, so the Zoom meeting is gonna go on no matter what. This is something you could consider as like a center meeting. So I'm going, keep doing a Zoom meeting, and sometimes like it's you feel comfortable with like a Zoom meeting because we all know each other, right? So 1 day seminar, it's gonna be June probably. Yeah, they're working on it. Okay, and then CEO Hungry Parks gonna visit United States. Okay, so we gotta do well. So so finally we could have a chance to meet him. And Korea tour, that's another great news because every year the company actually throw like a Korea tour. Basically, we take a tour for company and then factory in all those places in Korea. Actually, once you purchase airplane ticket, airplane fare, then the rest of hotel, transportation, food, everything company company provides. Okay, so this is great opportunity to learn and then check out the place and then check out the company you work with, right? There probably, if there's no any like a mutant any other virus, then next year spring they're gonna start doing the company tour. Okay, but the qualification is you have to be sales master. So I really encourage you guys to work with the consumers and then work your lines. So I want you to be like a sales master, so we could go all together. Okay, especially you guys have like an airfare, then everything is free, rest free. Okay, So hopefully we all go together, right? Now, companies working on the upgrading website, they're gonna start from Korea website and then slowly the other countries website. I'm sure that like America, probably they're gonna work on United States American website right after Korea. I believe so. Hope so. Okay, so and also, so I believe actually they're working on it right now. So sometimes I experience that some how do I say, the points wise, like the PV sometimes up and down and like sometimes like disappear and like all over. So if you experience that something like a really serious kind of problem you find, then please let them know. Let me or let Sylvia know, because Sylvia has access to the leaders chatting room, and then from there, before only like a company committee people were there, but now every department people, director of the department is all there, which is like a warehouse, director of a warehouse, IT department, product department, production department, marketing department, all the committee people, it's in the room. So if we just pass the message, messages or issues to Sylvia, then she will raise the voice for us. Okay, so anyway, so they are working on the website and then improve warehouse system. If you guys experience about like a shipping is kind of delay delay, actually Georgia warehouse, you guys know that like we receive all the products from Georgia warehouse, right? The Georgia warehouse actually need to be improved somewhat, so they're working on it. Okay, it wasn't really like organized, and it wasn't really systemical kind of system, but now they're gonna work on and then improve the warehouse system. Okay, and open this year Mongolia and Uzbekistan and a lot of European countries. And there's another company were asking, not asking, just kind of encourage us that like even people live in United States, but then if friends and family lives in different country, like especially European countries, then please let them know enemy. Even though right now the United Kingdom is open and then not any other countries, but then all the shipment goes out from the United Kingdom. Okay, so now Germany, France, Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Italy, Croatia, Lithuania, Estonia. There's a list of countries. Actually, we do have a list. Hungary, Czech, Romania, Bulgaria, Austria, and Norway, Switzerland, Iceland, Scotland. Those are like European countries. Actually, they could sign up right now. Okay, and also they could get the points. If you kind of give them points, they could receive the points, and then they could make commission too right now. Okay, even though those countries are not open yet, but then the system wise, it's working that way. Okay, so if you have people from other countries, please let them know about the enemy. Okay, so really companies emphasizing about this issue, because European country is not growing as we expected. So we have to let them know. We have to let them know about the enemy business. Okay, and more credit card issue. Just in case if you guys try to buy purchase through Edgimo, but then the credit card wasn't working because they only use the Korean processing company. But now we use the also American US credit card processing company. So hopefully no more issue, because it wasn't Edgimo, but then I tried to buy from Korean side with a US credit card, and then one time it worked, but then another time didn't work. So I guess that's one of the issue. Okay, but now they have American credit card processing company, so no more issue about using US credit card. Okay. And Him, a lot of countries asking for Him. India's gonna get the Him in April, United Kingdom July, and Brazil October. And about the Brazil opened recently, and then they didn't get the product yet. Okay, actually Korea already the freight left in March, so it's on the way now. So hopefully they get all the shipment by May. Once they receive the product in Brazil, then they're gonna open the website, put it up, post up all those products. So right now, even Brazil website, you don't see anything, no products. But once they receive, you will see. Okay, so actually a lot of Brazilian live in Coral Springs, so you could just kind of try to contact the Brazil, people in Coral Springs. Okay, and even Colombia opened like it was last year, I believe, but then they didn't have a Him. I guess something like a custom issue. I don't know exactly, but they don't receive yet, and then they don't have the even expected date yet. But then all these three countries are getting Him very soon. And Georgia office will be open additionally. Yay! What that means, right now, Washington, state Washington, and then New Jersey, only those two places has an office. I'm not talking about the warehouse, office, okay? But we are gonna have office in Georgia too. So hopefully if we have any issues, then we contact just Georgia office, and then they probably resolve the problem right away. Okay, improve customer service. We also got a lot of complaint about the customer service. They're not kind of professional, and then they don't know many things about the enemy, and then also some complaints about they're not friendly, So company's gonna have like every 3 months, they're gonna have a training, customer service training. So they're gonna improve on customer service and also hire more employees. So it's gonna be how do I call it? When you call, waiting time and all that, it's gonna be hopefully shorter. Okay, and also all the Success Academy or one-day seminar, all those MC, MC are like our Academy members. Okay, Academy members were doing the MC, but company will hire a professional, MC for that. So that way, our company, global company, have to be looks more professional, right? So they're also working on that. And then encourage to use SNS like a Facebook and Instagram. Okay, I actually how do I call it? One time I told you guys to download the Band, right? BAND Band. So that way also company look our activities. But the company is not gonna use Band anymore very soon. And they're emphasizing us to use Facebook and Instagram, and they're gonna post a lot of events, and then also more restocking information, which is like some for instance this time the what do you call it, the bomb stick, I forgot the name. The bomb stick was keep like a sold, it was keep selling out. So we weren't sure when it's gonna be restocked, right? But then through Instagram and hopefully Facebook, Instagram for sure, because I've seen it. So through Instagram, company is gonna make an announcement when it's gonna be replenish, the restock. Okay, so please, if you guys don't have Instagram or Facebook, please open an account, and have them, so you are noticed. You get the notice like a on time, timely manner. Okay. And increase price and increase PV. What happened was this time the level sandwich, those used to be $23, and now it's $26.50. $3.50 increase. It sounds like a lot, right? But actually, the whole material price actually went up 4 times. Okay, so company actually kind of decide to increase the price. Okay, our company always kind of saying that like low price, right, high quality and low price, but because of the pandemic, the company had to, so otherwise we cannot have that product anymore. Okay, so but then another great thing is instead of increase the price, they're going to increase the PV too. That's very generous. Some companies, they don't care. Okay, well, it's everything going up, so we have to increase the price too. That's it, right? But then our company, so sorry for that. We have to increase the price, but then also we'll give you more PV. Okay, so that's generous, right? So we have to see how the coronavirus, going on. So just in case, just letting you know, and maybe, okay, some products have to be also increase the price, but then they're gonna give us more PV. Okay, so just letting you know. And then keep knocking enemy headquarters if your country to be open. What that means, like this, for instance, like Australia, that's such a small country, not many the population is not high. Okay, and then the company weren't actually didn't have a plan to open Australia, but then Australia opened like about 2 or 3 years ago, right? And what happened was some the people from Australia, actually they went to Korea when they had a seminar. At the seminar, they actually they prepared a banner. Okay, they prepared the banner. Banner says, "We need Academy in Australia." And then CU Hungary Park saw that banner. So, because CU Hungary Park felt that they are very desperate about have an enemy in that country. That's why a company actually kind of hurry to open in Australia, because they saw Australian people really like eager to have. So we have to show that eagerness, to company. And another example, there Jacksonville, there's the lady called the lady named Arma. She's from Panama. Okay, she lives in here, but then her lot of families and friends in Panama, and she and her sponsor JPOC, Sharon Rose Master, they keep knocking. Hey, we need Academy in Panama. We need Academy in Panama. And then they signed up a lot of people already. Even Panama is not open, but then they signed up through global membership registration. So companies saw it. Oh, many people from Panama. Okay. And then, okay, so can you explain how's the Panama? Why we have to, open in that country? So they prepared everything, because Panama is like both sides is wide open, all the shipment coming through like a freight cargo and no problem, and custom wise, easy going access and all that things they prepared. Okay, and then they keep knocking to the enemy headquarters, and then they decide to open Panama very soon. Okay, I know we have a lot of South America countries lined up, but then they're just lined up. If we don't, knock on the door, they're gonna just waiting. The enemy headquarters gonna be, just keep waiting. Okay, and then they're gonna see how many people from that country, signed up, registered. They have to look at that, the number wise, the rate. So if Peru wants to, Peru needs enemy, we have to have people signed up now. Okay, so the enemy headquarters, people see that, oh, a lot of people from Peru. Okay, let's open up Peru. Okay. Otherwise, they're gonna waiting. They're gonna keep waiting. Okay. So finally, Panama, the enemy headquarters, they promised that Panama is gonna open soon. So we have to do something. You know, that's what it means. And double signed up. Okay, company is gonna be really strict about one person. If one person has 2 IDs, that's gonna be really prohibited. So strict, the company is gonna strict, and then could be withdraw both of IDs later on. So make sure just one ID, and the couple must have a one ID. Okay, but just mistakenly you open up another one, then you have to contact company to withdraw. You cannot just withdraw right there. You have to contact company that, hey, I made a mistake. I have 2 IDs, and then I want the newest one, want to withdraw, terminate. Then company will do it, or company will give you permission to do it. But you cannot just do it by yourself. And notify the company for shipping damaged box issue. If you see any damaged shipment you receive, make sure you need to notify. Company need to figure out the return return the rate. Okay, because we do it enemy sometimes. Like I actually received 2 times. It was a shampoo. Shampoo was kind of spilled, okay, but it wasn't much, so I just kind of didn't even contact company, and then I just kind of use it. I kept it. I don't sell it. I just use it for myself. But all those things you have to let company know about it. Okay, of course, a lot of portion is a UPS. They just kind of roughly care. That's why it happened. But you need to let them know. Okay, so maybe they could change a different shipper. They could just make a deal or something. Okay, and then one time it was dish detergent. Oh my gosh, it was just spilled all over. It was a kind of half of it, but I actually contact the company, and then company will let you know you have to return it, or you have to keep it, you have to throw it away. Either way, whatever, the company will let you know. So I contact them, and the company said, okay, just keep it. We will send you another one. So I got the new one. Okay. And notify the company any issues occurred by Georgia warehouse. Unfortunately, we have right now we have a 4 warehouse, right? Washington, California, New Jersey, and Georgia. Unfortunately, Georgia warehouse is kind of worst, kind of doing service right now. Of course, they're gonna improve on the customer service wise and the warehouse system. But any issue, just don't hold it. Just let them know.